Hello again. Sorry to hear that. My thoughts are with your family in this trying time. When we left off, we had managed to shunt our boat proper good and stuck-like into the ice. Why that was a surprise to anyone is a bit confusing, considering we were off to rescue a ship that presumably did the exact same thing. So, should have been a warning there, perhaps. The captain's grogged off his nut and has fucked off into the wilderness. So, I don't know if we can get one of the dogs to track the scent of whiskey on the air or something like that. But that's another problem, which has left me as the acting captain to deal with the entire ship and the increasingly unruly and difficult to voice crew. S995 says salutation, hello. Templeton slips in through the door. You're not drunk as well, are you? So yes, we have to try and make the best of this situation, which has not gone well considering we nearly blew up the entire ship last time. And it was only due to brave efforts of the engineers and stuff that the boiler didn't completely implode. It did, however, Freddy Krueger, one of our guys, as well as eating all of the remaining fuel. But we have 3 food left, so that's good. S995 says, my new addictions are cropping and trimming images and videos perfectly. I made a single pixel image. Okay then. That's a more safe addiction, I think. And that's just a good skill to, hone, really. I could be better at that with some of the stuff I have to edit. Sure. What is it, Templeton? Don't let the cold in. Any sign of groggy Hunt, man? I'm afraid not. Hunt is still missing. Rufus Hunt is missing. No, he's not. He's there. Oh, he's gone again. God, like a ghost in the wind. And he isn't alone in that regard. Why? Who else has fucked off? Jeez, I didn't know his first name was Rufus. He looks like a Rufus. Sanders, Sparrow, and Gren are also accounted for. Okay, luckily I don't remember who any of those were. Killian Sanders. Oh, Smurf is missing. Oh, Amelia. Right, I sort of know their first names. Well, shit. As is a sizable food and fuel supply and one of the larger lifeboats. So people have just... Wow, okay. Supposedly our decorum, which is like morale and stuff, is at 65. I feel like if people are actively fleeing the boat, that's a bit high for that. Sure, you and I are not alive. Naive. What? What? We're all dead already. This is a ghost ship. I'm not naive. It seems quite clear what has happened here. Maybe they went to look for Hunt. Maybe they just quit while they were ahead and stole our stuff. I mean, I'm not sure they did steal our stuff because I think I was at this anyway. There was nothing to steal except the dogs, and they didn't touch them. Why would he fuck off besides being drunk? That is a question I cannot answer. I doubt we'll ever know at this stage. The former captain is no longer with us. You understand what that means, Shaw? Well, that implies he's dead. He might not be. I would care for you to enlighten me. That would be Captain Shaw. Captain Shaw now, I take it. Hunt is still the captain. I don't intend to usurp him. Yeah, he could probably beat me up. And my dad. Hunt is absent. It is no use awaiting the word of ghosts. A new captain must be selected by the crew. As first mate, you have the most clear argument to take that role. I mean, this is role-playing game, so, like, can I just not Can I have someone else be the captain and then I get an easy rest of the game? I do not know if I'm prepared. I would have expected the role to be inherited. And how do I argue for that role? Inherited? He doesn't have any family on here, does he? I suppose that didn't have to be hereditary inheritance. Not quite. They will hold a vote as soon as possible. That carpenter, Grimley. He is still loyal to Hunt, and many of the sailors will follow his vote, if not all. Though I can assure you of the vote of myself and my scientists. Kurt and his crew are like to support you as well. I'm unsure where the engineers will side. They're likely loyal to their pay. Bunch of fucking freeloaders. Higgs is still recovering from their steam burns. He had food poisoning, which may end up working to our favour. Because he probably wouldn't vote for us otherwise, yeah. And the civilians are a mystery. Who knows what the general public thinks. But I believe when all is said and done, you will just about make the vote. You've clearly given this a lot of thought. Just about. My only competition could be dead for all we know. How can you be sure? How can you be sure? How can you be sure? I'm sure. I cannot. But it is a measured risk, and I have many rulers. They're waiting outside, Shaw. Best hope they haven't got pitchforks. They're scared, they don't know where to turn. You and I both understand the importance of maintaining decorum. Though times seem dire, remember, there is a rescue ship on its way. I thought we were the rescue ship. Even if the Temperance falls, we still have a potential escape. 35 weeks. That doesn't sound like an escape. The ship will arrive at Viscount Island in 35 weeks from now. We should focus on surviving that long. That is all we need to do, Captain. Oh, is that all? On 3 food and no fuel? Yeah, that'll be easy then. Yes, what if it's just a fucking domino effect? That is always a risk, particularly here in the Pale Passage. But that does not mean we should assume as much. We should assume the same fate does not befall them. Another 35 weeks, Captain. Keep it in mind. What? No. It's probably better not to think about it, to be honest. Here, you should have this. My last Rolo. Templeton presents you with a fancy-looking hat. Hunt's hat. Why do you have his hat? He left it behind in his cabin. Did he? That tells us what we need, doesn't it? What about you? That is not my burden to bear. What? That... Fuck you. I'm not sure taking the hat is a good idea. Like, if I walk out with that, then people will be like, oh, you've decided already, have you? Let's not. I think it could instigate something. Invoke some rage. Very well. The commotion outside grows. I choose to willfully observe reality. Do you now? I suggest you do the same, Captain. The scientist refrains for a moment. Out with it. Chops, mutton chops. I think it's best we declare that the captain and the missing crew are dead. I don't think so. If we do that and they turn up again, that's going to be very embarrassing. That'll have us all tugging our collars. There's no need for us to complicate things any further. After what he did, they might as well be. Like you said, I'm the captain now. Don't look at me. I'm the captain now. I'm not going to lie to them. Lies beget pies, is what my mum always said. Didn't really understand it, but she kept saying it. Leaders lie, get used to it. Sleeping dogs lie. So what do you think of that? The crew are waiting for you on deck. Oh, good. Just because leaders lie doesn't mean they should. Oh, I'm back in here. He just stood with the door open for a bit. The last place you saw Captain Hunt. There's still drops of whiskey, frozen. A DVD of Frozen. Hunt's ledger is gone. Drunk, but with it enough to take his ledger with him. Why would he consider that important? Or was he even drunk? Questions. Oh well, things are looking much better today. Jesus Christ, the ice behind us has frozen over already. Well, I believe this is what they call in nautical terms a pickle. The hushed voices become more distinct. Oh, who just turned up? As you make your way back out into the open air. Who looks on my side? No one really. I would have relied on Kasha, but she just looks very worried. You notice the absence of Higgs and his brother Boson. The crew members notice you and stop. Their attention ripples across the deck. Attention! It should be clear by now that Captain Hunt is no longer serving his post. As such, we should vote in the new captain. I nominate Officer Shaw for the role, the clear choice as first mate and best buddy, an all-round top bloke. Totally forgotten this guy's voice. Here we go. And what of Hunt? I do not see him among us, do you? Ah, among us. Don't see a body either. He's still out there. We don't know what happened. Something we can discover. For now, someone has to take the reins of command. All in favour of Officer Shaw. Start the voting process, I guess so. Is this proportional representation or first past the post? Oh, he's abstaining because he's fucked up. That's fine. Yeah, he's on board. So is all the science team. Who? Oh, yeah. Slightly shy, weird guy. Not shy, weird guy. And all his chums. Yeah, Grimly and fuck me, all of them. Oh my Jesus. I was pretty nice to people. What is... Come on. Really? Kasha, come on. Yeah, there we go. Well, it's by a fucking flimsy one vote, but I got it. Hello? Oh. You have been confirmed as the captain of the expedition. Goody. Well, the ayes have it. Shaw shall be acting captain from this point forward. Yes, keyword acting. Acting in Captain Hunt's stead. The crowd look to you expectantly as Templeton gives you a knowing nod. You give him an ignorant one back. A moment passes in the cold as they await your next words, curious murmurings scattering between the crew. Oh God, I don't want to do a fucking speech. Yeah, alright, fucking get to work, whatever you're doing. First order of duty, give me a foot massage. Captain Hunt is no longer with us. To those who don't know me, I'm Robin Shaw. Yeah, introductions is probably a good idea. Don't do that. That's like, it's not showing authority and stuff. They'll think you ain't got no spine like a jellyfish. As they look to you, it's not long before the obvious question spills from a crew member's mouth. Yorick. Who the... Oh, fuck me. Who was Yorick and what was his voice? Doesn't matter. Where is Captain Hunt? He's dead. He abandoned us. It is unclear at the moment. Yeah, because I'm talking to like 22 people. Oh no, I'm actually talking to like 15, aren't I? At most. Well, I'm talking to a lot of people here, so that means a lot of people who can remember what I say and fucking hoist me by my petard later. Captain Hunt is dead. Templeton, you fucking prick. I did not say that. Am I the captain or not? The crowd immediately cuts to silence. They look to Templeton. Some back to you after. Mr. Templeton is telling the truth. He and the missing crew were lost. He's not dead. He abandoned us. None of these are great. Oh, you mutton-chopped, wispy frost fuck. You've put me in a difficult position here. After you just put me in a difficult position. They are lost. Lost is a bad word to use because that has a lot of different meanings. But yes, they are technically lost. We do not know where they are. He and the missing crew were lost last night, along with one of the ship's lifeboats. We have no bodies. There we go. -5 loyalty. Well, stop being a cunt then. You took that loyalty away from yourself by not going with what I thought we agreed on. The truth, Mr. Spoon up your ass. A silence hangs in the air like your mum. What? I know you're all scared. As long as we keep our wits, there's no reason we can't survive this. Does anybody take issue with me taking the job? Don't fucking ask that, for the love of God. It's like... Jesus. Don't give them an opening. Christ. Sure. Wits. Wits is a good thing to have. Inspire hope. The crowd begin to bubble up once more with more and more questions coming to the surface. Members of the crew start speaking out one by one, with question thrown your way in quick succession. Goody. Mr. Zack, who the fuck are you? We've never even met him.
How are we supposed to survive out here?
Hey, help, come in.
What about our pay? Will we still be paid?
What do you mean will we still be paid? With what fucking money? None of these are money, actually, so I don't know what I have on that. That's it, get on with your work. We'll have to, yeah, we have to rely on each other. Teamwork makes the dream work, and, or something. We can't afford to stand at each other's throats unless we're moving in for a saucy kiss. Divided we are weak, but together we are stronger than the elements. We can save that until we're out of this bloody ice. If we continue to squabble, we'll kill each other before the cold can get the chance. That is true, but let's not mention the K word. Just, you know, don't put ideas in their head. Yeah. Yeah, let's get some reports, I guess. I'd like the head of each station to report to me going forward. You know where to find me. If anyone would like a word, you know where to find me. What of those lost, Captain? I don't know. A memorial service will be held once the ship is freed from the ice. A memorial service will be held once we make land. Those lost are no longer here. For now, we must worry about ourselves. Fuck. Yeah, first things first. We have one massive problem amongst the many, many problems. So, we'll deal with that. Understood. Well, you heard the captain. Get to it. The crowd dissipates, returning to their roles aboard the ship. You pass Templeton. He nods. Yeah, motherfucker. You offered me the hat and everything, and then you stabbed me in the back. That ain't how this shit's gonna work. You are the stereotypical backstabber in this situation, so don't play into the stereotype. Prove to me that you have not been typecast. That's not an answer. Of course, Captain. He departs. Didn't like that. Didn't like the pause. No need for that. Could have just answered. Oh, God. Well, shouldn't matter too much. We're pretty sure we'll all die of hypothermia before too long. What are you doing, Kurt? Shaw! Or should I say Captain Shaw? I don't care what you call me. That hunt! I hope he and the others are holding safe. They took the safe? Jesus. Still, no good dwelling. I have confidence you'll take up the mantle well. Do you have any experience leading expeditions? The crew are counting on me. I don't intend to disappoint. Yeah, do you? Can you help at all? I've never captained a vessel, if that's what you mean. Not literally, anyway. Euphemistically. But the navigator has just as much responsibility to lead. In that sense, I have plenty. Thanks for nothing. Okay, nobody much hanging about here. Enter your old cabin. Did I leave anything here? Journal? Nope. Can I take that with me? That might make more sense. Never mind. Oh yeah, that was the middle of the night, so now it's just the morning. Got anything for the hoosh? I forget what the fuck his voice was now. I think it's just kind of normal. I don't have anything for the hoosh. I should get something, if there is anything to get. This rather suggests that there isn't. Crate of tins from the shelves. When gathering supplies, you can assign an amount of people to instantly gain that many. That doesn't look like food. Well, tinned items, I suppose. So is this management or is this collecting food? Oh, I see. We can see their loyalty here. Well, we want people who are loyal to Junior, I guess. You've got one arm. You can use that to pick up cans. And your name is Cavity, so you should know about food. I don't fucking know. Food is a big worry at the moment. I'm not sure that we've anyone else we can spare, really. Yeah, actually, fuck it. You're old. You can do that. Sweet. I mean, if we can only gain 3 at a time, this is going to be a very desperate crawl back from oblivion, but what will it be this week, sure? Hoosh. More hoosh for the pot of hoosh. Alright, up to 40, I see. Let's get us up to 60 then. So many beans, we're going to be shitting ourselves for weeks. What about the pumps? Oh, Jesus. That probably shouldn't be like that, should it? Cures crew of freezing. That sounds like a good idea. While manning the pumps, each assigned thingy will instantly cure a random crew member of freezing. Great. Nobody currently is freezing, it seems. But that doesn't mean we can't... it's not best to get rid of it, you know. It starts on sailors, but could we technically put any old one there? An engineer? I mean, the engine ain't doing much at the moment, so... Dick Flogs? Yeah, there we go. Scouts are loyal to Kurt, so that's good. You seem like you got some heft to you. And then... I don't know how much loyalty is going to come into this. Even if he's loyal to Grimly, he's not going to fuck the machine up, is he? Just to spite me. Is he? We will see. Okay. Some good assignments. Oh my god, it's a mess down here. Red room. Sort of, yeah. What's going on in here? Just... nothing. Just bottles of drink. Coal bunker. Could certainly do with that. Can I take more? Ah, okay. So much like the cooking, this will help our fuel thing. Right. Good plan. Should get another engineer on that since he's down here anyway. Yeah, one of the scouts. We only need one scout at the moment. I mean, we're not actually moving, are we? So, and oh yeah, you're not going to steal coal, are you? That wouldn't make any sense, would it? Okay, we'll see. They get to work. How's the boiler doing, Mr. Hammond? Captain now, are you? As long as you aren't in my way any more than Hunt was, I'm happy. Why did you abstain during the vote? Job needs doing. Whether it's you or Hunt doing it, I don't care. As long as we aren't freezing to death. Oh, fuck, I skipped that bit. Shit. Well, you probably know what he said there, but I don't, so... The furnace. Keep her lit, Captain. Oh, that also cures the crew of freezing, but I feel like if the pumps are... probably best to get the pumps in good condition anyway. Feed the furnace. It is -8. Probably couldn't hurt, could it? And that's increasing our fuel thing, so let's chuck a couple on there, I think. Gets up to 60. And in theory, I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or the next week, but if the people we've assigned all come back with more, then we should be clawing this back, I think. Good. For a stranded ship, I'm feeling more confident. Requests... Oh, Templeton, you're in here, behind the captain's desk. You really haven't quite internalized this whole, you know, hierarchy of authority thing. There should be no hesitation, sure. You are the captain now, and you must carry that authority instantly. I am. I'm just not doing it in the way that you would. You big girl's blouse. It's best that we carry out the daily routine as normal, show that you are capable in the role. We should take the day's requests immediately before seeing to our resources. Well, I've done the resources, so too late now. You should have got off your lazy arse and come and told me that if you thought it was so important. You saw the duties of the captain firsthand while serving Hunt. You're acting captain now. See, you're saying captain 1 minute and then acting captain the next. Considering our boiler's fucked, you're doing an awful lot of gaslighting. It's time you take up that mantle. A line is already forming at the door, no surprise, given the circumstances. Take them as you may, Captain. I'll take them from behind. What? What do you mean by that, Captain? Just a turn of phrase. Kurt and Cordell, Hammond, Jr. This is really just choosing which voice I want to attempt first. Right. See, even that boiler was only the start of our troubles. Have you seen the state of this bloody ship? Yes, I have, Hammond. It has certainly seen better days. She's bleeding in the lower decks. Oh, God. That's very, bad. I believe the older Stoke is attempting to rectify that. We need to stockpile as much fuel as we can. If the furnace runs out by the end of the week, we die. If we spend too long on this ship, we die. If we don't stockpile enough fuel for the winter, we die. No, we have a big old party. Aye. Get me some coal, get it in the furnace. I did. I'm afraid he's not wrong. That coal bunker is our only source of fuel for the time being. Until we can procure alternatives, we should assign cruel We should assign cruel roles to people shoveling whenever possible. I feel like they're all going to say, do this, do that, and I've done it all. So, I'm ahead of the game. Although I don't know what Kurt will be saying. Oh, and Cordell, sorry. Captain, I've brought the Kennel Master with me. This is something you will both want to hear. I have a strong suspicion on what this matter is. I was planning to speak with the captain on it myself. Fortunate happenstance, then. Captain, I know these conditions well. I've seen them before. Any idea of the Temperance being freed of the ice anytime soon is a pipe dream. We're all going to die. We need to press on. We need to become aware of our new environment. I'm very aware, Kurt. It's ice as far as the eye can see in every direction. Trust me, Captain, we will be living off it for quite some time. Oddly pessimistic of you, Kurt. And what of you, Cordell? Do you agree? So you're suggesting we live off the ice? We make slush puppies. We have got dogs. I'm not suggesting it. I'm pointing out a necessity. Do it, or I'll break your kneecaps. The dog sleds will need to be exercised regularly, and there is no better way than to engage in hunting. We're quite lucky despite the circumstances. Now is the peak time for hunting and navigation. And navigation? Traversing the ice may be a possibility in the future. We need to be prepared for that. If we're to survive out here, we need to know what lies ahead. These are uncharted territories, Captain. We have no idea where we are. Your current rations are not set to last forever either. Send any hunting party to me as you please. My dogs and I will ensure their survival. Cordell exits. The same sentiment for myself and any scouting teams. If you wish the great unknowns to be braved and charted, I'm your man. We need to know what lies ahead. Keep looking forward. Please shut up, Kurt. I'm sick of doing that voice. Fucking hell. Well, he's a character. Is a character better than no character? Well, see how you feel about that voice in another hour or so. Junior. Not a strenuous voice, thankfully. Sure. The ice looks unbudging, doesn't it? It would seem that way, yes. Crew seem to think so. They think if we don't intervene, the Temperance will never get freed. If you're suggesting breaking the ice, I can assure you that won't work. I already went out there in my high heels, and I couldn't even scratch it. I'm not, they are. No intervention is going to break up the ice enough to free this ship. Putting others to work on that is simply a waste of manpower. Aye, maybe. They're scared though, worried. They just want to feel like they tried something. Okay, this is an interesting one, because I can see both sides to this. I feel like I'm actually leaning towards Templeton on this. I feel like there's got to be so many other things that need doing that can take their mind off it, you know? Yeah, unless anyone's got a bucket of lava, I'm going to say leave it. Oh, shit. Well, I got the loyalty back with him that I lost, but now Junior's pissed off with me. Never piss off the cook, I said this last time. Understood. Best not to sell false hope. Oh, and I lost a quorum for that as well. It only leads to more disappointment in the future. I'll see you for dinner, sure. Don't forget the hoosh pot needs fed. I have fed the hoosh pot. Well, probably impossible not to piss people off doing this sort of game, but... Before dinner, you should see to sending out our first sledding team. The tobogganists are at your command. I also believe it's time you gave our good doctor a visit. I thought you were the doctor. We'll still have wounded from the night of the Aurora. Their wounds will need attended to before they're fit to work. And I doubt I need to remind you of this, but we need every hand available. Don't be afraid of assigning my team for some manual labour. They'll complain, but they'll work. Good. Because, yeah, I'm running out. Running out of people. Considering all the people who left. Right. I see. We are smack bang in the middle of this. We can scout in different directions. I guess one of these would make most sense because that's where we're headed. So let's head that way and then maybe something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Assign a scout to instantly reveal a map location. Oh, fair enough. Cha-ching. -3 available dogs, and the crew is set on doing that. Oh, you can just keep going, can you? And that's hunting. Yeah, well, we foolishly assigned the other scouts to the other things, so we can only hunt at the moment. Any amount of crew to gain those resources. Cool. Well, you should do some hunting. You can do some hunting. Crab eater seal. That's pretty good eating. Fuck it, bring one of the scientists. I don't know, which of these looks most capable of hunting? Probably the only one without visual impairment. Let's go with that. Send beyond. Dog noises. Mrs. Gloss, Tashi and Runt are marked down to hunt for the week. That's certainly a Mary, Mungo and Midge series of names. So yeah, this is setting them up for everyone up for the week. It seems like. And what do you say? 35 more weeks as well. So, she's gonna be here a while. Listen. Mrs. Gloss, you did seem familiar. I finally placed you. I don't know who Flick is. Yeah, have you? Yes, I remember seeing you compete. Soren Kalipa, you were quite the gymnast. Oh, that's a scout, right. I can remember people's names or their nicknames. I can't remember both. I'm surprised to see you in this line of work. Not too many gymnasts carry long careers. Eventually you break a hip or a leg and they take you behind the sheds and shoot you. Put a little tent up. You did quite well when I saw you at the Summer Games. I recall you placed. I don't recall winning. Okay. 2 Johns. I can't believe Hunt is gone. What happened? Who knows? He was drunk. Whatever he was thinking, he definitely wasn't in the right mind. And what about Smurf and Corvid and Joe and Bingley and Smithers and Jumbo and Wumpkins? I feel like you made some of those up. Who knows? Corvid owes me... Corvid owes me 5 gilst. Don't even know what that is as a currency. I don't think you'll be seeing it soon. Oh, everyone's having a grand old time then. Back downstairs. Oh, there's the doctor. Oh, it's you. You're very shy for a doctor. I feel like you need a bit more... You need some personable skills. You enter the ship's infirmary. Your presence seems to startle the young man inside, the rattle of dropped forceps ringing through the room. Oh, goodness, it's you. Oh, Captain now, is it? Isn't it? You seem irritable. Irritable is not the word I'd say. Nervous. You're the doctor, I take it. Why did we lose his loyalty from that? Does he not think of himself as the doctor? That's a bad thing for a doctor to think. Oh, right. Yes, I am. Dr. Arthur Nutley. Dr. Nutley. No wonder he's got anxiety. Are you having a spot of bother, Nutley? Collect your thoughts. It's no good having a physician who cannot compose himself. This is true. Bit harsh, but true. Like, this is kind of dire. We need the doctor to have his shit together. We've already, as I said, we've already got a man down there who's jellied his face. -20 loyalty. Well, you can't just keep becoming disloyal to me just because I'm telling you the harsh truths. I'm not being a total dick about it. I'm just saying. Yes, sorry. I suppose I seem a little scatterbrained at the moment. It isn't the norm. Recent circumstances have been trying. And the inclination towards seasickness is no help. Well, I should be fine now, though, because we're not moving, right? Higgs, the steam burns they suffered from the furnace are severe. If you let me take a look, I can do my best to alleviate their pain. Jesus Christ, I thought you already were this whole time. Has he just been down there and all he's got is fucking Hammond saying, "Hey, I don't fucking know, pour some water on it, it'll be fine. You run it under a cold tap, you'll be fine, you big sissy. You big Jessie." Is there nothing more you can do? They'll pull through. This crew's a tough one. Do you have any experience with something like this? I'm just asking. I'm not undermining it. Fuck me. I should just go along with whatever the doctor says, should I? I mean, I would. Oh, bollocks to it. You just don't like me, do you? There's just nothing you can say. Well, I've read extensively on the matter. But as far as first-hand experience goes, yeah, see? So there is an answer to be had here. Well, no, this is my first encounter. At this point, all we can do is wait. He lets out a nervous cough. Captain Hunt, Do you think he still may be out? He may still be out there. Do you think it don't be like it is, but it do? There's a chance, however slim. Okay, so don't answer his question with another question. Just actually answer it. Okay, that's the one time I haven't lost loyalty with him. Right. Perhaps we'll run into him again? No, that's ridiculous. Never mind. Apologies, I'm rambling. I suppose you wanted an update on the crew. If it's not going to drain your loyalty... They seem to be faring well, all things considered. A report would be nice if you had time to look at them. Sure, just play it simple with this guy. Mostly scrapes and scuffs. As for the dogs, you're better asking... well... The kennel master. That's fine, I wouldn't expect you to be a veterinarian. It's also fine that you don't know her name, like... Probably should at some point, but don't beat yourself up over it. Yeah, finally. Good, please don't. I haven't taken well to the dogs. I'm unsure how to carry myself amidst most people, and animals are more quick to judge. Dogs aren't. Dogs are lovely. And Cordell herself is harsher still. But you can rely on me for any human medical issues. I'm not sure I can rely on you. He pauses. Is everything, good? I do have a terrible rash on my arse. I mean, if you can take a look at that. I mean, is someone coming to rescue us? S995 says you can't let it pass. What? Just, I should be stricter with this guy. I don't know. I don't know what happens when someone loses all loyalty to. There might be another vote coming up. I need this guy on side. No, it's just us. Everything's under control. I won't lie. We're in a difficult situation here. I'm going to need your help. That is true. He's probably going to freak the fuck out and lose loyalty, but... Oh, no, okay, well... I don't know. Guess I just can't read people. Then you can count on my help. Keeps his head low. Is there anything I can do for the crew? He says, teleporting. Cook up medical comforts. I'm not sure what those are. Oh, they cure all the crew in the medbay. But I don't think anyone's sick with anything. So I think that's fine. The medbay? Okay, and this will... Oh, this is not generating something. This is where you put people to cure them. You say you can't do anything to him, but like, you know, it's better that he's in there if there's no one else to go there anyway. So, sure. Would that cure him of being wounded then, or? Yeah, I guess you're not doing anything else, so couldn't hurt to have some of these. To instantly gain one medical comforts item, it can be used to immediately cure all in the medbay. Sure. Sounds like a good thing to have. Why? No. Oh shit. Okay, you need 3. Fuck. Oh, and I've got no one else. I guess we're not getting that then. Is there anything I can do for the crew? Nope. S995 says the barrier must stand. What barrier is that? The barrier between me and the doctor, or? The barrier of professionalism? I don't know. How's all this? Crew for dinner. Casher, we haven't talked to you in a minute. Officer, Captain Shaw. I suppose I should get used to calling you that. I was asking the crew if anyone had seen Hunt or any of the deserters last night. Not a single soul. I know the man knows the ship well, but that seems odd. Do you think the crew could be lying? Why did you vote for me, huh? Do you fancy me? Is that it? Do you fancy me? You can take my picture. Mutiny? Question mark? I wouldn't accuse anyone of that. That's interesting wording, Kasha. That's not what I asked, is it? I didn't ask if you'd accuse anyone. I asked if you think they're lying. But it is very unlikely that he wasn't seen by anyone. Exactly. I suppose the boiler troubles caused a great deal of distraction. Mutiny. Well, maybe not yet, but... Okay, this seems less waterlogged. S905 says, I'm not crazy, I'm $99, don't buy the cigars. I feel like I should send you to the med bay. Do you need some medical comforts? I don't think the crew is freezing, so that's all good. Yeah, no, we've done all this, haven't we? So dinner time, I think. Didn't I already put a shit ton in here, or is that? No, we're still on week 4, aren't we? So chuck one more in there just in case. Give him a good meal on the kind of rough start to all this. I assume something will happen here at some point. Oh, and the people have stopped working here now, or they're just not currently working there? Fuck it, just chuck all of it in there for the moment. Yeah, so we're going to be about 80 for both. But then that will presumably lower when the weekends. S905 says, I think I'm trying to make some narrative like the characters in this game. Okay. So who of the characters was personified by I'm not crazy, I'm $99, don't buy the cigars? The doctor, possibly? I don't know. Fucking dinner. Ah, should we give a toast to our new captain? No, Kurt, this is very inappropriate. Hear, hear! Fuck's sake, Kurt. Oh, wait, that was Moore, whoever that is. Okay. The crew return to their posts. The hammocks are unfurled. Yeah. Lots of listening to do. So tired. You'll get used to it, lad. It's far too much work. Thought you wanted the work. If I can do it with one arm, you can do it. You're always saying that, You're a tall one, aren't you? Oh, thank you for fuck, lost this guy's voice now. It dumb, wasn't it? Oh, thank you for noticing. Been this big since I was 15. You ever considered doing films? You have the stature for it. I don't know why I'm doing this guy's voice like he's a serial killer pervert, but you know. Oh, I can't act. Acting isn't part of it. You stand there, cut a nice silhouette, and you'd be a star. That sounds awfully easy, doesn't it? It can be, for the right price. I'm not going to justify these voices anymore. You get what you get. How you doing, Junior? Evening, Shaw. I'm proud of what I've been able to cook up for the crew lately, considering the rations. Though I do wish I had something better to work with. I'd kill for a good beef steak. Not many cows on the ice. Ha, you never know, Shaw. We might get lucky. An ice cow? The thought of ice cows has improved his loyalty. Speaking of, if ever there was a mutiny. S905 says, what you say broke the fourth wall. Do you have household issues, sir? I'm not following that at all, even as a fourth wall break. That's, do I have household issues? I normally have some kind of household issue. At the moment, everything's sort of fine. Ever since I got a new chair. Grimley says nothing, obviously. Did you need me for something? I simply wanted to learn more of you, Grimley. You served with Captain Hunt for quite some time. Tell me about him. The crew seemed to like you. I wonder if you had any advice staying on their good side. Sure. I don't think he's going to give us anything, but... Oh, +5 loyalty. He probably likes that we asked him, so that's something. Junior's better with people. I don't know. Be good to them. That's all it takes. Fair enough. We might be able to win him over. Who knows? What are you boffins talking about?
Awfully loud, aren't they?
I don't mind it at all that much. They've worked hard all day. They're owed their leisure.
Don't say they ought to remember we all need our sleep.
I wish I hadn't given this guy that voice. Kurt's room. Oh God, speaking of. Evening, Shaw. Cold one, isn't it? I used to think I was growing used to the cold, but as the years have gone on, the elements have only grown harsher on the body. That's to be expected, Kurt. You're old as fuck. I imagine this is a harsher area than you've ever faced. You's well, old mate. You's wrinkly and shit. Come now, Shaw. I'm due some more credit than that. What the fuck do you mean? It's not giving you credit to say you're younger than you actually are. These bones aren't as worn as you would believe. Alright. Well, managed to piss him off. We were just there. We should not still be there. Hello. Pet the dog. You pat its back. Ah. Pet this dog. You ruffle its fur. Ah. Pet this dog. It bites your hand. You now have rabies. You tickle it behind the ears. You nod knowingly at it. You pat its head. It offers you its paw. Oh, I love when they do that. Well, time to go. Just go in, say hi to all the dogs and fuck off and don't even talk to her. Captain Shaw, I presume you're here to see the dogs, judging by how you haven't actually said hello to me yet and just spent 10 minutes wandering around cuddling them all. Yes, how are they faring? Actually, I was checking on you. You aren't with the rest of the crew. Could they be ill? They got cooties. They have already acclimatized, though recently they've been exhausted and in need of rest. Really? Why? They haven't done anything yet. It's no surprise. Our conditions keep changing. They grow used to one state before being thrust into another. Oh, okay. One refuses to eat and has been losing weight rapidly. I assume the change in scenery has affected it. They need their rest just as any person. They tend to be more reliable, however. You have to rely on people to man the sleds. There's only one of you, after all. Are you speaking from experience, so you prefer dogs to people? Is that unusual? I suppose it is, in a way. Though I cannot be blamed for that judgment, surely. Captain Shaw, you recall my conditions with Hunt, do you not? Nope. My demand was that I work here, with the dogs. Your people may help with the sleds, but they are not my responsibility. They are not my people. I am holding up my promise with Hunt. I do not intend to join your crew. Alright, that's fine. Arf. How long have you been raising the dogs? A long time, Shaw. I've raised this pack since they were not but pups, and a generation before them. She goes quiet for a moment, petting Stanbury, collecting her thoughts. I wasn't exactly in the financial position to pass on Hunts, but I had no intention on leaving all of them out here without me. If I get lost in the ice, you're the next captain, Stanbury. Woof. Cordell smiles, confused. What a strange man. Still, loyalty went up, so you know. The animal looks at you. Pet them. You ruffle their head. I like Stanbury. I like all of them. I like dogs. In case it wasn't obvious. Well, that's everything. So ends the week. S905 says, the tank must never be filled because generally the accurate moorer is to be tried is difficult, the more which is unstable, never still unknown practicality, only need goes, I'll take your word for it. Crew member will be cured of their malnourishment and freezing. Hang on, so what is this exactly? That's... Okay, so no fuel and they will become freezing. Oh, I see. This is how many crew members will be cured of freezing. Well, none of them are at present, so keep it on the down low. No one's malnourished either, I don't think, but any less than that and they will become it. So I guess keep that at 2. Minus 10 decorum. What, just because I'm not being generous? It's a fucking pain. Oh, jeez. Okay, fine. We'll go with that. But if we start running out of food again, then it's your problem. Well, it's my problem, but yeah, we got the 3 seals. That should be some good food, hopefully. Tucker was cured of their wounds. Oh, Burnsy. The ship holds barely. The dogs are rested and available to be sent out. Good. That seems productive. Week 5, 2 weeks at Temperance Camp. Plus 6 available dogs. Saved game to tree. That's better than saving it to the cloud. Okay, so it's probably smarter to actually get all the requests first and then see what is in more dire need than others before then allocating resources. I notice it's got colder. That's not great. Alright, here we go again then. Kasha, Gnomes and Mr. Gloss. Let's take from you first. Captain... Oh, didn't have a voice for you. Captain Shaw,
Captain Shaw, Mr. Templeton. It would appear that some of the crew have taken an interest in the transmission radios we have on hand.
It is likely many of their first times seeing this technology.
And they have odd ideas of what they're capable of. They believe another ship may pick us up if we monitor them.
Ridiculous. They do not have the range to pick up another, not out here.
I said as much, but Mr. Turner was adamant we spend the night monitoring them regardless. Even sent me to run the concept by you, Captain.
Oh, Cog391 says, hi, and what is going on here? What is S995 talking about? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. He said something about a fourth wall, and then like character stuff, but I don't understand at all. It's worth the attempt, even if it's just to assure the crew. If it won't work, it's a waste of our time. We should focus on more productive matters. So it's another morale boosting thing. I'm gonna say no. This is like the 1800s or something, isn't it? Or the early 1900s. I don't think radio technology is going to be all that there. Oh, that was Grimley's idea, was it? Well, great. We'll have to butter him up later somehow.
Agreed. As fantastical as it sounds, the technology just isn't there yet. I'll inform the crew.
They likely won't be pleased, but it's a better alternative to wasting manpower. Each crew member with the demoralization status will cause you to lose 5 decorum at the end of the week. Kasha may cure demoralization by interviewing them. Huh. Good to know. Speaking of... Good day, Captain. Well, as good as can be under the circumstances. I don't have time for greetings at the moment, Kasha. No, come on. Hello, good day. Wow, it's that easy. I mean, Grimley did say, just be good to them. Well, I'll be sure to spare you any more obligatory small talk from here. In truth, there is something I've been meaning to ask of you. It's a matter I brought up with Captain Hunt, though he was less receptive. I'm not merely interested in the story of this expedition, I'm interested in the story of the people on this expedition. You could argue they're sort of the same thing, but when the crew have the downtime, I would request that I be allowed to conduct interviews with them. You know, vox pops. I would like to know more about them, maybe learn more about what happened to Hunt. Sure, I mean, you're not doing anything else. Yeah, go for it. Thank you, Captain. You won't regret it. I'll mark anything useful I discover in the crew manifest. Send them to the Red Room on the lower deck when you can. Oh, I see. Red Room is for getting pissed and chatting. Cog391 says, I have a pet snail. Cool. That's all I have to say about that. I was immediately wondering, what came to mind was, I think they're called the giant African land snails. And I was just thinking about them because they're fucking huge. They're like the size of dogs or something crazy. Or at least the size of gnomes. I forget what the hell his voice was. Probably something shifty and sneaky. Word around the crew is that we might end up having to move the ice. If we can't free the Temperance anyway. Would be wise to gather what we want to take off ship with us if we do. Indeed, we'll need to prepare for what could be the inevitable. Aye, most of the tools are in the lower deck storerooms. The metal doors need some work to open, but it's worth what's inside. Okay. Engineering storerooms. Gonna have some people go at it with crowbars, are we? You have something to say? The question persists as to how long the Temperance can hold. Will we be able to wait out the ice? If there is no change Pardon me, Captain. I've been eating beef jerky. No, he hasn't. Neither have I, actually, so I don't know where that came from. If there is no change by next week, abandoning the ship may be considered. By who? I didn't say you could consider that. Surely we're better on the ship than not. Yorick the Third. Ah, feel that air. Nothing better than a cold wind to keep you awake. Quilsey. Oh, I forget their voice. Completely forgotten it, yeah. Was he Welsh? I think he might have been the Welsh one. Now we just have to get the Welsh back. You're an odd duck, Yorick the Third. How many hours of sleep do you get a night? Well, on second thought, better not hearing it. I already know it isn't enough. Well, that was worth it. Cog391 says, nah, it's just garden snail, very small. I figured probably was. That was just what came to mind. X995 says, today some heavy rain happened. Both me and Cog witnessed it. We are quite far apart in Iraq. Fair enough. Hopefully not too heavy a rain. I think you were saying like, God, probably a month ago now about the flooding and stuff. So hopefully it doesn't get that bad. Hopefully it's just, you know, a downpour and whatnot. We've been getting a bunch of snow. Well, a lot of the UK has had snow, but typically not where I am, which is annoying because I actually like snow. But... So, we've scouted that far ahead. I guess this would be a good direction. Oh yeah, it's only one scout at any time, so... S995 says, oh, the flooding. Cog was fixing the house as he chat. Yeah, that was pretty dire at one point. Or it sounded it, anyway. -4 dogs. We could go a bit further. I mean, the dogs are well rested now, and... Let's go here. Just, I don't suppose we can hop that, but I don't know. See what happens. And do some hunting. Plus fish. I don't know. He's only just recovered. I feel like don't send him out hunting yet. Give him something simpler. Okay, we're just getting fish at the moment, are we? Sure, kid, you can go out hunting as well. Along with this guy. That's a lot all at once, but food is important. Tashi, Runt, Gnomes and Flick are marked down to hunt for the week. Good. Should grab a bunch of this. And food preparation. Cog391 says, yes, I was on the roof of the house to dry it from the remaining water. Jeez. Yeah, that does sound pretty dire. It's, I think the closest I ever came to that was when I was living up in Glasgow, and it was not a very well maintained flat, and it was the top floor, and thus Had a leaky roof for quite a while, and then trying to get it fixed took so long that it became a saggy roof, and it was right above my bed, so I was in a distinct fear of waking up to having the ceiling collapse on me. Thankfully I had some pretty good neighbours who helped more than the landlord did, so... Okay, food getting... Yeah, let's put him on that. Nowhere near the furnace again, for obvious reasons. He needs to be interviewed. Science people, you can collect... Wait, no, because the medical stuff, so we need all three of them. Shit. Sure, you can do a bit of that then. I think food is important. One armed man gets the food. Okay. This is still okay, I assume. None of the crew are freezing, I don't believe. So we should all be good. Cog391 says, the internet dying here, I am watching on 360p. Hey, that's still not bad. I mean, what is it? What's the lowest? It's like 140p. S905 says, I have always watched on 144p. Does it go any lower than that? I think that's the absolute lowest, most, dog shit quality you can watch anything in these days. I guess the one below that would be my old phone recordings from 2009. I used to think they were hot shit back then, but looking at them now, there's like 6 pixels to every video and completely indecipherable. The food hold and the weapons hold. This is what was said about breaking them open. Tools hold, engineers hold. Weapons hold? Tools could mean a lot of things, so that might be worth a go. And that's only one person, so get big old strong 2 Johns John on this. And you and 2 Johns charge into the room. It's full of various tools and a crate of tinned lemons. With the water flooding in from behind, you have time to grab 2 items. Oh, shit. I didn't think there was that much water, was there? Oh, okay. S905 says, my guy doesn't even know the lowest is. Well, yeah, what can I say? When I moved here, good internet was important. Yeah. Cog391 says there is lower than 144p. It was in the old version of YouTube website. In Chrome, it is 64p. Jesus. It's got to be like watching a mosaic or something. Or a Rorschach or something. Well, I don't quite know how many tinned lemons we're talking about here, but food is always good. Digging tools seems like a no-brainer. Honestly, they could all be useful, but... I mean, 1, there's the prospect of freeing the ship, and 2, there's stuff like ice fishing and whatnot. These should make quick work against pressure ridges and thick snow when hunting and scouting. Yes. Oh, good, you can actually inspect them before choosing them. I appreciate that. The doctor should be able to see more than once patient at a time with this proofreading, guys. Come on. Okay. With these tools, the furnace may be better maintained, improving its efficiency. So less fuel consumption, I'm assuming. That's good as well. And then Junior was talking about how he'd love some beef and cows, so it's good that I come back with lemons. Cog391 says, and Twitch has the best one, which is voice only mode. See, despite being on Twitch, I don't know shit about a lot of the options here. I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, so you can just go full podcast, can you? Sort of thing. Interesting. 4 supplies of tinned lemons. Each of them can be used to cure of scurvy. Oh, of course. Citrus. I'm thinking the lemons and the digging tools, personally. These are good, but they don't feel as like if we're doing things properly, we can still make do. Whereas these, if we don't have them, then we just don't have them, you know? Whereas that's an upgrade to, these are upgrades to pre-existing things. Maybe that made sense. Tool diggings, there is enough time to grab one more item. Grab the lemons, for God's sake! The room has flooded, rendering the rest of the items useless. Really? Didn't seem like it would be. I mean, some of these are on shelves. Okay. So the pumps upstairs can't do anything about this, can they then? I guess not. Red room. Anyone free for an interview and a portrait? Yes, they are. It's this grumbly bugger. So, you can gain 1 research and cure that crew member of demoralization. Because they can just have a big old whinge and a moan and then they feel better, is that why? I mean, if it works, it works. S905 says, today I annoyed Cog with pixel talk. Oh, from what you said at the start, yeah. Cog says, here Twitch literally doesn't open even with voice only mode. It's like 1 minute of playing and 15 minutes of watching the loading screen. Oh, jeez, that sounds rough. That's really rough. That's bringing me back to the dial-up internet days of AOL. And the infamous... Which, as more time goes on, that whole AOL demonic summoning gargle static beep thing that it did, as more and more of the years go by, that seems weirder and weirder that we all just accepted that. Like, that felt like the audio equivalent of exposed wires, you know, just seeing how the seemingly primitive technology was desperately trying to create an internet connection. And then, of course, there was the whole issue of, you know, it taking a good hour to load a single boob, which wasn't fun for anybody. Vietnam flashbacks, says S905. Something like that, yeah. You weren't there, man. You didn't know. You had to find the stuff, start loading it up, then go about the rest of your day and come back in the evening and hope you had something to watch. I don't suppose we can eavesdrop, can we? No, it's all confidential. Alright, well that's hopefully sorted his problem out. Check the old coal bunker. So we get 1 for free and then we have to assign people. Oh god, who's even left? Have to keep the scientists. Engineers, that's good, because that's what they'd be doing anyway. In theory. Cavity? I like Cavity. He seems to have his head screwed on. Oh shit, that's all. That's it, isn't it? That's everyone. The specialists are all, they're sort of always busy with stuff, aren't they? Ah, but these we have actual, like, specific loyalty things on. Kurt loves us, that's great. Hammond... I thought I'd be higher with Hammond, I'll be honest. He does not like us at all. God, I thought I'd be higher with Junior too, but I suppose that is his brother. Templeton. Richard is his first name, okay. Dick Temple. You wish. Oh, and that's us with our face conveniently sketched out. Cash is pretty good with us. Arthur, yeah, we didn't do great with him. He is loyal to himself. Okay, that's interesting. And yeah, we're really not doing well with Ingrid. Well, hopefully we can change that. With time. Right, so a bit less fuel, but could be worse. Hello, Hammond. How you doing? Come down to the depths, eh? She goes, so do we. Oh, come down to the depths, eh? Oh, I've lost it. Shady wee tunic. Come down to the depths, eh? No, it's gone again. She goes, so do we. The voice goes, and so do we. No one's freezing. But we could do with some heat. See, that gets us up to nearly full, and hopefully not minus 10 degrees, so... we'll see how that goes. I was going to see Doctor, wasn't I? Hello again. Is there anything I can do for the crew? Stock up on your magic juice. There we go. If you can give me these, I can get the crew back on their feet. Well, good that I did then. And now for the small matter of grub. What's on the menu this week? Lemons. No, they're more like medicine, apparently. So I see we have the tinned food, and then we have the crab-eater seal. Despite their name, these seals don't eat crabs, they eat krill. Euphorbia superba. Alright, Latin. A moderate source of blubber. Medium-sized game. Why does that increase the furnace? Oh, I see. You could use the blubber. You can use them for... Is that an either or, I'm wondering? Or do you get the meat for food and the blubber or something for furnace? Huh. Possibly. Tinned lemons. Oh, so we could use the tinned lemons, but we shouldn't as of yet. Right, let's chuck some of that in. And try one of the seals, I think. Oh, that's... Wow, that's really not as much as I was expecting. Shit. Okay. Well, food's important. Let's get it up to there. I dislike using this much, but we are in theory about to hunt and get more. I think the next one of the locked rooms I'll look at is the weapons one, because that's going to help with hunting. But we are out of people at the moment, so that is all we can do. We're out of dogs as well. They're all off. What's the question mark? Oh, these are all the question marks, I assume. Right. Yeah, I think that's everything. Alright. Tuck in, everyone. Crew have their meal. The dinner is shared. Is it good? Oh, lots of listening to do. Oh god, dumb voice. You know, as far as rations go, this is good. Junior sure knows how to prepare dinner, doesn't he? This one's not exact, as you can tell. It's sort of blurring into my drunk voice as well. He's too good for a ship like this. Oh, well, they're happy with us, I think. You're pretty... Oh, no, these... I've moved the Yorkshire to these ones, haven't I? I can't do Yorkshire child. Arguably, I can't do Yorkshire adult. You're pretty old, aren't you? Good eye, lad. Better than mine. Why are you still working? You should be at home with your family. Don't have one. Do you not have any children? I might do. Don't know of any, though. It's getting harder to play. The cold makes the fingers stiff. You should learn to play the accordion with your feet. Have you tried playing closer to the furnace? It wouldn't be a complete loss if you stopped. Power through it for the crew's sake. Do a power ballad. Yeah, just, you know. Not the same. Besides, Hammond would just throw the accordion in. Okay, but he liked that. It's getting blood out of a stone with Grimley, but it is worth doing. We might get there one day. He stares at you before nodding to his hammock. Are you inviting me to bed? Oh no, he's just saying, fuck off, I want to go to bed. Or is he? More of this, I can't remember Tucker's voice. More of the same tonight. We have to get used to it. Not much you can do with the ice. We'll figure out something to do, won't we? We'll have to. Well, that was an enlightening conversation. I should just talk to him, shouldn't I? Evening. Before we took off, Grimley and I stopped into a Greasy Spoon in the city. Their sausage and eggs was perfect, best I've ever had. Now I'm trying to remember its damned name. It's left my head. Why didn't you write it down? I didn't take you for the sort to enjoy the city. It was likely by the docks. Just look around once we return. You'll find it. That's a nice one. That's sort of hopeful, isn't it? Can't have the cook losing morale because he's important. If it's still there when we return. Who knows when we'll be back. They could have closed down or fired their chef by then. To be honest, I'm fine with that. Like, that's pessimistic, but not so pessimistic because he's still assuming we're going to get back. So, could be worse. We'll take that. Oh, Templeton, what are you doing up here? Captain, a word. And that word is... bunnies. I want to pet a fluffy bunny, Captain. Can you make this happen for me? I felt now as good a time as any to review the wording in our contracts. You do remember what was written in your contract. I can't read, I'll be honest with you. I only skimmed the thing I was already sold on the job. Why is that relevant now? Consider Article 3, and I quote, "The member of the staff shall throughout the period of such expedition obey all commands of the captain and shall use his best endeavours to promote the success of the same." Okay. And in the event of anything happening to the captain shall obey all commands of any member of the staff who shall be appointed by the captain in writing before his death. Are you now asking to be my second in command? It being understood that the rest of the staff shall hold the same relations towards any member of the staff so appointed as towards the captain. As appointed by the captain in writing before his death. I don't want to give you in a will. If I write a will and you've got inheritance of the authority here, then I already said you look like a backstabber. I don't want to give you motive. The vote we held settled what is only a temporary arrangement in the eyes of the law. Even then, you only made it through by a hair. You're one to talk. Unless you somehow managed to wrestle a written transfer of captaincy from Hunt before his departure, in the eyes of the law, you are simply acting in his stead with no legal recourse to call upon. There is a chance Hunt and the deserters are still out there. Should we be reunited, your captaincy will indeed be called into question. Really, you've changed your tune. You were certain they were dead before. Well, yeah, that's fine if he comes back. Cog391 says, is this game look like 60 Seconds Atomic Adventure but with dialogues? 60 Seconds Atomic Adventure. I have not heard of that, whatever that is, so I couldn't draw the comparison, I'm afraid. Yeah, what do you have against the captain exactly? You saw Hunt in his final moments with us. Do you trust that man to lead on the ice? The loyalty of the crew means everything. Get them on your side, Shaw. Keep them on your side. I am trying to do that. The actual captaincy is sort of irrelevant at this point. If it comes to that and he comes back and, like, if he's still fucked up, then there's a good chance he won't even come back. If he does come back, there's a good chance he won't be fucked up anymore, in which case he might be alright. And if it's in question, then, I don't know, we'll do another vote. That'll come naturally. I do not intend to disappoint. I see. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I have more important matters to deal with than a piece of paper. Yeah, I'm not seeing the relevance of this, but, you know, as he is saying, keep them on your side. That goes for him as well, so thanks. And we got that back. Good. Remember my words, Shaw. I suggest you start with the Stoke brothers. It seems they speak for many of the sailors. I am trying. Grimly in particular, as I say, if anyone's going to cause a problem or mutiny, it would probably be him. At the bow you spot Kurt measuring for any changes in the temperature. Still fast! No signs of any change! He notices you and gives a wave. Doubt we'll be moving any time soon, Captain. Of course, sometimes you never know with the ice. You should get some rest. I'll let you know if anything changes. Exhausting voice. See that you get some rest yourself. There we go, see? I will. But we have to be alert. In my experience, changes comes fast. Take care, Captain. Garnier. Right. Struggling Boo. Struggling Boo? What the fuck are you talking about? Struggling through by the skin of our teeth. Another week at 2 is fine. Anything less and we're into malnourishment. We can actually do less for this, but it's going to lose decorum. I am going to go for less though, because we had less people on hand to collect fuel, so we'll see how that goes. 4 fish. Dogs arrested. And Lefty is no longer demoralised. Good. Plus 14 available dogs. Right. We done did it again. Oh, jeez, it is only getting colder though. See, this is why I'm worried about the fuel, because it's... Okay, start from the top and work our way down. So we can scout ahead more or just keep hunting here. Oh, that's not actually hunting, is it? That's research, a pressure ridge. They said something about the digging tools we have. We're going to gain decorum and research. Okay, interesting. Not quite sure what that is, but Sure. Is this going to be all three of you? I suppose even if it's one of them, we need all three if we wanted the medical stuff, so might as well send you all on this. Hang on, 3 decorum and 1 research, so this will be 6 decorum and 2. Gets us up to 80. That's fine, I think. In fact, take you off. Put her on. And keep you for something else. Shoveling shit. Mr. Zack and Mrs. Gloss are marked down to hunt for the week. Wait, I thought that was research. Oh, I don't fucking know. Can we still scout about up here? We can, and then we can hunt there too. Good. Seems like a good idea. Yeah, both of you on the fish. Sure, kid, you can go hunting too. I feel like as many people as possible on this, really. He might nick whatever we hunt, but I'll go for it, I suppose. Runt, Gnomes, Quilsy and Flick are off to pick their dick. I don't know. Oh yeah, we said we were going to start with the requests now. Did that wrong. Oh, hello. There's people waiting for me. The meeting. Templeton, Kurt, Cordell and Hammond stand inside. The beginnings of a meeting. Well, Captain, it's been 3 weeks. Kurt tells me there's still no change in the ice. None, and best I can estimate, what change we will see won't free the ship. I predict the Temperance is more likely to be crushed under the pressure of the ice. All our bones will shatter. And how long will that take? A few weeks at most. Unfortunately, we may have to look at alternatives rather than waiting for the ice to break up. Fuck. Yeah, I don't like the idea of leaving the ship. Like, we're waiting for a rescue, they said, so as long as the ice isn't, like, crushing the ship further, I'm not sure this is necessary. Like, if it's stuck, it's stuck. It can't be more stuck from not moving, can it? Stationary is stationary. We may not have a choice in the matter. Why? Leaving the Temperance and making camp on the ice is something we will have to consider. Why won't we have a choice? Aye, the longer we stay on this ship, the more fuel we're having to burn. Not to mention risking another boiler incident. Sure, but we have something akin to walls here. We'd be burning a lot more fuel out exposed on the ice. Yes, that matter almost cost lives. Heat in a smaller camp burns through much less oil. Really? But we're completely exposed to the winds and everything. And without enough fuel to survive a winter, we're dead. Don't think I need to tell you that. I would not be quite so quick to pack up and move out just yet. And why is that? The ship is shelter. The ship is safety. Thank you, Cordell. I wasn't sure if they were actually going to address that at all. Currently, there are quite a few hunting opportunities presented to us. We will need to gather more food if we are to survive, and the ship provides a safe area to hunt from. Okay, this is... You need to pick a name for him to go with. I know everyone has fucking 3 names in this, but... just have Kurt. Right, and most of the crew aren't ready to give up either. They're stubborn, just as any good crew should be. I would rather not play into stubbornness when lives are on the line. He has a point. Crew thinks we gave up too early. They'll resent the captain for it. Though we now have a serious bloody flooding problem. We do? Aye, you might not have noticed if you had left your damn forecastle. It is safer to take the time to gather what we need before we leave, rather than raid the ship once we make ice. Well, the answer lies with the captain. Should we move off ship this week? Okay, so that's what I was worried about. It's not the ship sort of being crushed or anything, but it is flooding more and more. Fuck. We're going to have to make like igloos and shit. We're not going to find a cave out here, are we? Let's stick here for now, I think. Pissed off Hammond. Got on with Cordell. Very well. When we remove the boiler from the furnace, that is when we make our move. When you feel we're ready to go, just go to the boiler room and give the order. Wow, so we can abandon ship at any point now. Quite a lot of requests. Oh god, Mr. Zach. I shouldn't have given him the voice. I can feel my vocal cords getting all crusty or something.
I was summoned by Mr. Templeton.
Yes, Mr. Isaac, this is regarding your personal item.
What do you mean?
I felt it pertinent to let the captain know that you are carrying a weapon.
The fuck?
You son of a bitch. Why did you bring a gun with you on an expedition, Isaac?
Personal safety, of course. Perhaps this is my unfamiliarity with expeditions, but I was surprised others did not bring an item to protect themselves.
Many of the crew cannot afford such an item to themselves. Captain, it is up to you on what to do with this revolver.
With all due respect, this is my personal item, Captain.
It is the captain's right to requisition any weapons on the ship. That includes your own. You look shifty as fuck. Even before I gave you a goblin voice. See, that struck me as something, but then she kept saying about how she's not part of the crew, and I don't know. I don't think I'm going to let him keep it, to be honest. This is like, these are bad circumstances, and he doesn't know that I'm about to go looking for more weapons in that hold, in which there may be fuck all, so you know. I kind of think for that it's a risk with her as well, but like, we need the food and stuff. I'm going to trust Cordell, and maybe that'll stab me in the back, but at least it won't be him stabbing me in the back. It will be her with all her nice dogs. Cha-ching! +1 revolver.
Very well, Captain. I understand.
He's demoralised, is he? Yeah, sure. We would do well to avoid creating an imbalance of power among the crew. I doubt the sailors would take too kindly to such a thing. Yeah, but, you know, also, you know, like, fuck, man, come on, you know? You get it. Tucker? Can't remember your voice. Mast was damaged when the ship was being tossed a while back, Captain. Best get someone to fix it before the temperance is freed. Freed? Aye, ship could come loose at any moment. Heading up to repair the mast is a dangerous task. We don't even know if this ship will sail if the ice clears. Would be worth it though. I don't want to piss off Tucker, but at the same time, here, this is a stupid idea. There's also that. I've sent like all the scouts out hunting, so I don't trust one of you guys to be going acrobatic, you know. Suit yourself then. Okay. He didn't seem to lose anything from that. He seemed okay with it. Cordell, what's up? Captain. My dogs appear to be struggling in the on-deck kennels. They require a more secure form of shelter from the environment. Dogloos, I believe they are called. Are they? I've never heard that phrase before. Yes, I will require some hands to work on constructing them. It is for the health and safety of the pack. Immediately, whatever you want. All the resources. Can you see that I have a certain weakness? The dogs are secure enough. I don't see reason to build them another shelter. I cannot spare the hands. The dogs will just have to make do. Immediately, whoever you want, the entire crew. It's our utmost priority. Thank you. We must focus on keeping the dogs safe. Yes, also I just gave you a gun, so I'm not going to piss you off. Without them, the crew stands little chance of safety themselves. And good old Grimley. Sure. There's a rumour going around amongst the crew. They're saying the ship is haunted by the ghost of Captain Hunt. What ridiculous tripe! I thought you'd want to put a stop to it. Really? So that's going to lose decorum, is it? Boy, we can't allow rumours like that to run rampant. They're just so stories, I see no harm in them. And that's playing into them. Yeah, I feel like breeding or just even letting superstition fester is not a good idea at the moment. Not to be like super authoritarian about it, but that, you know, we've got to keep people's minds together. And 10 decorum is a loss, but we can get that back. Really, that's... We get a confirmation screen for that because that... Is that just because there's a loss to decorum or because this is a massive thing? Oh, he liked that. Aye, crew won't be best pleased you're stopping their stories. It's better than allowing fear and superstition to run wild. Aye. Okay, so the crew is unhappy, but Grimley himself was alright with that. Perhaps I gained some respect from him for that. Head to the boiler when you wish to abandon ship. I suggest we do so sooner rather than later. Well, you can keep suggesting that, and I'll keep fucking ignoring you. Oh, that's where we're building them. Jesus, okay. I guess we probably want an engineer on that, don't we? +1 sledding dog. And maybe a scientist. They might know something. Fuck if I know. Everyone else we're going to need for stuff, I think. I'll just do the 2, I think. Oh no, it needs 3. Great. Sure, old man. Cordell shows the crew how to assemble the snowy shelters. Oh, they are like igloos. They're like little doggy igloos. Oh, that's why they're called dogloos, right. That's... it seems obvious now. Loo, in case you weren't aware, is kind of English slang for bathroom. Although, I don't hear many people say that now. Hopefully these aren't just luxury ice dog toilets that we've made. Anywho. Yeah, we got no one to spare science-wise, but that's okay, because we have some storage now of the medical comforts. Right, first things first, food is important. This is all we ever have the one-armed guy doing, but still. Sure, you as well. Crate of spoiled rations. Hang on, why are they spoiled now? Because we've been here so long? Ah, shit. Okay. Well, I guess that's that then. We really are going to have to rely on hunting then. Cog391 says, my guy's sending his best mans to build house for a dog. You better believe it. I like to think I've made pretty smart, wise, and rational decisions. You can allow me one area in which to be an absolute fucking moron. Right, let's head down here. So we're not even going to be able to look in all these rooms before we abandon ship, most likely. Ah, jeez. So weapons or food? I feel like the weapons could be useful. Big strong John again. Really, more tinned lemons in here as well. A hunting shotgun, a bolt action rifle and some flares. 2 items again, okay. Well, we already know what this is. Hunting shotgun, an old-fashioned double-barreled buckshot rifle, slow and cumbersome to load. True. Bolt-action rifle with poorly aligned sights, ineffective against smaller targets. Still, though, I mean, poorly aligned sights are better than no sights, right? Bright light and heat without an explosion for alerting humans and alarming wildlife can be carefully disassembled for fuel. Okay then, I'm leaning towards the bolt-action rifle and the flares, I think. We've got some lemons. Scurvy hasn't cropped up yet, so it's unclear how many we'd need. I think I'm going to go with those. The rifle and ample ammunition. And some flares. 2 flares. If we can spare the people, we can actually do the food one as well. We have 1 person to spare, which means we're getting no fuel. That can't be right. No, we have 1 engineer for fuel. Is that really what we're doing? Suppose it did just say the flares can be deconstructed for fuel. Wait, this is going to cause malnutrition. Shit. Fuck. I can't undo that now, can I? Nope. Once it's confirmed, it's locked in. Well, shit. I guess people are going to get malnutrition then. Well, now we better hope we can get some better food in here then, I suppose. Sure, you're a big guy. It was only your face that was burnt, right? Not your arms. It's full of food and ale. Time to grab one item. Oh, really? Okay. I don't yeah, booze, obviously good for morale, not great for actually staying alive. Cure demoralization. Yeah, well that's what cash is for. Worth a total of 80. And they're definitely not spoiled, right? Go for this. Okay then. If we really wanted to, we could do one of the others, but I just... I don't know. What are we actually looking at? We've got two for sacks of coal. Curiosity's sort of getting the better of me here. What would be in the engineer's hold? Fuck it, I'm gonna go for it. This is our last week on the ship. Although... that's the thing I don't know. When we leave the ship, can we come back to it, or will this all be flooded by then? Cordell did say about returning to the ship after. Okay, I'm going to leave that room actually and focus on more coal in. It's a shame we don't have Colin to do the coal in. That's terrible. That's everyone. I guess that's all we're getting. That's not where I wanted to go. Call goes in, we stay... oh, I went a bit Russian then. We stay alive. Really is that simple. Abandoned ship. Yeah. Thing is anyone freezing yet? Didn't seem to say so. Grimley has a very high bar to being loyal. So does Cordell, but we're getting there with her. We couldn't be better with Kurt. He's hobbled. When did that happen? Or has he always been that? No one's freezing yet, despite the fucking cold. I suppose that's just by virtue of still being on the ship. Alright, let's leave it there then. Oh no, we should... because Thingy was demoralised, wasn't he? Ah, fuck, but he's already deployed to doing something else. Well, that's that then. Can't be done. Oh, this is a photo library, is it? Nice. You're pretty good at this photo malarkey. There's him. There's the doggos. They look more like wolves than that. Artistic license. In a photo? How does that work? Yep, okay, well. Alright. Final meal then, I guess. Let's make use of the kitchen while we can. Indeed. Right, cook this stuff and cook it very well, please, because, you know, badness. Oh, that wasn't the spoiled stuff. Right, I see the problem now. Re-rotate that. Give me those back. Give, 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 give me those back. So use the spoiled ones, but like now we have a proper way to cook them. Like I don't know. This it's not going to be great, is it? But it's just best we can do, isn't it? I don't quite know how bad that's going to be. Okay, he's malnourished. So is he. So is he. Oh, fuck me. Oh, Christ. Shit. Okay, well, let's just watch them all throw up, I suppose. Oh, no one's actively shitting themselves. But speaking of shitting themselves, it seems the stream has shat itself. Probably not in the recording, but on Twitch it seems to have, at least on Twitch it seems to, I don't know, and YouTube, everything's fucked. Well, that's not great. That, if you don't mind, working, that would be great. We're only going for like 10 more minutes, come on. If that. Well, this is shitey. Yeah, okay, well, we'll just have to go with that. I think it's back on Twitch at least, but then not YouTube. It's very, very unclear. Anyway, it'll all be on the recording. That's why I do record these. No one chatting. Oh, because they're all shitting themselves. Grimly and Junior. And I swear, when that hook came swinging, Captain Hunt had to pull me down. This was 5-6 years ago. I had no clue what I was doing. Both of us nearly lost an eye that day. Same expedition, Ward lost his arm. Half the time I don't think Hunt knew what he was doing either. That's a bit wanky. That's not true. I mean, he seemed good right up until he wasn't. Yeah, let's go with that. Aye, he is. Did you need something? Yeah, let's be nice. Well, it's still business as usual. I can still cook up a good meal. Nothing has changed there. Worried about the vote, aren't you? Oh, is that it? Sure. Why would I be worried? The vote passed and I am the captain. I don't care about that. I genuinely am checking in. I'm curious why you voted the way you did. Yes, I am actually. You mean why we voted for Captain Hunt? Should be obvious. He's our captain. Alright, let's leave it at that, Grimly. Nice of you to check in, sure, but I think it's time the crew called it a night. Grimly walks off. He should learn to show some respect. I am his captain. This crew is awfully fond of Hunt. Is there an issue I'm not aware of? Yeah, just tell me what is this, please? A word to the wise, Robin. I have nothing against you, but we sure don't know you either. It's going to take more than simple pleasantries to earn Grimley's trust. Are you sure? I've 2 days in a row I've had +5 with him. Code 3, no one says, what happened? Oh, you're back. It seemed... Oh, is the stream back then? Good. Yeah, it seemed the stream just fucking crashed and died. I don't know why. The recording is still fine, so if you're watching this on YouTube in the future, nothing really happened. But Yeah, so something went fucky there. Ironic, considering we were sort of talking about good and bad internet earlier. Clearly mine is not foolproof. Grimley, what's up? Mr. Water. Got used to playing on a rocking ship. Start to feel sick when I'm off too long. First person I've met to suffer land sickness. Yeah, let's go with that. Be jovial. Not normal, I know. Wasn't always like this, just how it turned out. Alright, still inviting me to bed. You ever have pancakes, Shaw? Served some for Captain Hunt once and he started demanding them every time. Can only have them early into a trip though, ingredients don't keep that long. Stop! You're making me hungry. I'm sure you can make something similar with what we have. No, not with the amount of people I just gave dysentery. He hired me. It would be odd if he wasn't. He didn't take me on as charity, sure. Hunt's not the type for that. Okay, well, we got a bit with both of them, so that's good. And that's all we have time for, both on this day and in the Strem. So we'll do that, and then on the next save, we'll call it there. Okay, so we can cure them of malnourishment just by good food rations. God, yeah, and decorum takes a beating, but still kind of worth it to keep the fuel, sort of thing. Especially if we're about to leave the ship. Two researchers and 4 fish. I don't quite know what the research is about. What? Oh shit! Tashi and Lefty, you got scurvy. Oh, and that prick. Oh, I thought the food rations were going to solve it all. I guess not. Look at this green and purple guy. Proper fucked. Invalid. Invalid. Well, time to crack out the lemons. Yes, so more making a lemon of ourselves next time. But cheers all for watching there. And I think I have said before that March is a bit of a fucked month in terms of scheduling, but we'll do Fridays, and then unfortunately I'm off for Monday and Wednesday, and then I'm hoping on Friday we can sort of finish this game off, but I don't know whether we will, because the following Friday we'll be starting a new thing. So I will try and remember to actually update the Twitch schedule next week. It's a shame, it's annoying you can't do that in advance, but anywho, cheers for watching. Cheers for not we've just about managed to not freeze, even if the stream itself did freeze and die. We, as of yet, have not. Lemons.